Welcome to you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in Ethiopia. It's really a pleasure as a FOODSECURE project to be in a country where unfortunately there's still a huge food and nutrition security challenge. As you see, we are not alone with our project team. We have also guests from neighboring countries from Ethiopia. And we really want to get also inspired by them and that they give feedback in our proposal to see whether we are in the right track to really make a difference. I want to thank Assefa and his team also for helping, and the IFPRI and the ILRI team that we can use the campus and for the logistical support. I really look forward to this meeting. We have a very ambitious project. We want to explore the future of global food and nutrition security. It's of course very ambitious. I think we should also be ambitious because the problem is quite big in the world, and if you walk through the streets of ADDIS, you can see it in practice. So I think we have to. This is a slide we used a couple of times. I think we really want to make a difference with the project. I think we should focus also on that. What will be our key contribution? So why are we here? We can use the presence of many stakeholders in African countries. We will also have a stakeholder with stakeholders from Africa on the third day to really see whether we are on the right way, that we can really do something. So what are we going to do in these coming few days? First of all, we discuss the results we have so far to see where are we. And then we also revisit our plans and we plan the road ahead for 1.5 years to come. We have to be aware that this is a highly integrated project. Food security has many dimensions and it really should focus on cooperation between us. So we have to focus on the connections between work packages and across modules. I think this should be also the focus that we are all now here, that we really stress these things. And we should use dialogue with African food and nutrition challenges to see what are the challenges, what do stakeholders find, what's the role of science, what can science contribute to addressing these challenges. So yesterday I was also during dinner challenged by people, and they said, what's now the real contribution you are going to make with this project? You have a big project, a lot of ambitions, nice flyers and so on, but what's the scientific really contribution? So more or less there was put from, what will be our article in Science? I think we should provoke a little bit by this, but I think somebody who stressed, where can we really make a contribution, also from a scientific point of view. In principle, it's a scientific point of view where we also want to contribute to social challenges. So could it be, I just put some thoughts in, but we have to discuss this with each other these days. If we have at the end of the meeting, we have an idea where we could really contribute, then I'm already very happy. Can we include, for example, how to manage short-term crises in long-term strategies? We have this focus on short-term, we have the focus on long-term, but can we integrate them? Because then it would really make a difference. Tech change, we will see in presentations, it's the key driving factor in a lot of things. But the model street is very ad hoc and exogenous. Can we really endogenize tech change in the long-term modeling by linking to micro-level adoption models? We have these work packages on tech change and so on. We have the models, but can we link them? Can we make it better? Can we really make a step forward? And the other one is, how can you incorporate, because if you talked yesterday with a lot of the African stakeholders, they have all the micro perspective. Can we incorporate the local micro perspective into the global level analysis? We are talking about global level food security, but can we also take this micro perspective into account? These are just a couple of thoughts, but I think we have to see, we have to have quite an ambition to, what I say, that we really at the end can make a difference, because otherwise we do all our normal work and this project just goes by. So I think, thank you, this was my very short introduction. I will now give the word to Assefa, who can welcome you from the local team. Do you have a presentation or no?
Colleagues, friends, old and new, welcome. Welcome to ADDIS, welcome to Ethiopia, welcome to Africa. I'm sure for some of you, this may be the first experience to be in Africa and probably in ADDIS. I know, and you all know, that Africa is quite diverse, but nevertheless this gives you a glimpse of probably the coolest part of Africa, the cooler side of Africa. It's not a very sunny day here in Addis. This is probably time for spring, but unfortunately the rain is still coming on. So bear with us for that. As Hans was saying, this project is now well over a year and a half since this project has started. And I think this is an ideal time to take stock of the progress that we have made so far. I think this would give us a very good opportunity to question ourselves. What have we achieved? What have we not achieved? And what should we do to achieve what we have not achieved so far? So how should we make things differently so that we can achieve what we have intended to? So it's a very good opportunity and a very good forum. In addition, I think in this project there are a number of working groups. There are a number of people involved in different working groups. So I think this workshop provides an opportunity for all of us to meet with our respective team members in the different working groups and plan the way forward and discuss our challenges and our progress. In addition, I believe food security, as has been said, is a very difficult topic. It's a very challenging topic. It has been always on top of the political agenda of any government, for that matter, developed or developing. And I think forums like this one, workshops like this one, will help in sensitizing the issue of food security more to the various stakeholders, to donors, to government, policymakers, to civil society operators, private sector operators, because food security is not just a one-dimensional issue as was mentioned by her. So there is a need for everybody, scientists, policymakers, private sector operators, and civil society actors to be engaged in food security issues. So this forum, I believe, will help us in also in sensitizing the idea more among our stakeholders. So I hope the next 2.5 days will be exciting. We will be able to deliberate on a number of issues. There will be a number of topics that will be discussed. And I would like to encourage all of us to be active in the deliberations of this workshop over the next 2.5 days. I think I don't have a long speech, but let me conclude by saying welcome again. Let me also cite or borrow a theorem from some of my colleagues at the African Economic Research Consortium. Joachim, you know about this because I've said it in our previous statement. There are 3 professors teaching at the African Economic Research Consortium: an econometrician, a macroeconomist, and a development economist, somebody teaching development economics. The econometrician said, when you travel to a different country, please try to spend all your paradigms. Then the macroeconomist came and said, well, that's good, but if you have allowances, please also try to spend all your allowances, the paradigms plus your allowances. Then the development economist came and said, well, when you travel to a different country, spend all your paradigms, spend all your allowances, and if possible, borrow and spend. So this is the message that I want to tell you. So help the local economy by visiting. I know you will not have a lot of time to visit ADDIS, but if you have time, visit ADDIS and see what's going on, because a lot of things are going on in this country. Welcome, and enjoy the rest of the workshop. Thank you very much.